So you cannot identify the cell. Ito lang, motor. Okay, this is still motor neurons or your multipolar neurons in the spinal cord. Okay, we can also ask you to okay, can you appreciate the nucleus? Maybe it's hard here. Okay, sa laptop, it's clear. Okay, so you can also use the neuron to point those two parts of the cell, the cytoplasm and the nucleus. Okay, we can also point the process, this one, the axon, and identify the pointed structure. You will answer what? Axon. Part of your lecture from nervous tissue is identifying the parts of a neuron. Sorry, this is the axon. Axon, these are dendrites. This is the axon.
Sorry.
Identify the whole organ. Skin. So it's obvious it's the skin, even though you don't have the other appendages. You see, why do you say it's the skin? Because you can identify, in general, you have two layers of the skin. This layer and this layer. What do you call identify bracketed layer? Epidermis. How about this? Identify bracketed layer. Dermis. Identify bracketed layer. This layer only. Be specific. Dito this is the pointer. Identify pointed layer. Be specific. This one. Anong layer ba to? Is this part of the dermis or epidermis? Dermis. So how many layers of the dermis?
5.
Dermis.
4 or 5.
Ilang layers ang dermis? 2 lang. So what is this layer?
Papillary.
The papillary dermis. Okay, so your answer is papillary dermis. Should be complete with dermis, papillary dermis. Because there are so many areas na may papillary. Okay, so papillary dermis. And this is the, what layer? Reticular dermis. Dapat you should answer in complete terms. Reticular dermis. Because there is also reticular tissue, reticular fiber, reticular cell. So this is reticular dermis. Okay. Let's go higher magnification. So this is the epidermis, which you have identified. And now, identify pointed layer. Be specific. Itong dark layer na to. This dark layer here. What is that layer? Anong layer? Yes, I hear the right answer, but I want to hear from the back. Stratum granulosum. Okay. Stratum granulosum or the granular layer. Kaya siya, that's why it's dark. It contains so many granules in the cytoplasm. Okay, so it stains more deeply than the other layers. So this is stratum granulosum. Okay, how about this thick layer here? Identify bracketed layer. Stratum corneum. Okay, identify pointed layer. And between the granulosum and basale is the spinosum. Now, classify bracketed tissue. Classify the bracketed tissue. From this point down to this point. So that's what type? Complete, specific, stratified, squamous, keratinized or the dry type, epithelium. Okay, stratified, squamous, keratinized or dry type epithelium. That's the classification.